I'm not in much of a hurry to get home today. Last night, I discovered my daughter, Lydia, at the ripe old age of 10, trying on her mother's lipstick. Well, it suddenly dawned on me that our little bundle of joy is about to emerge from her somewhat transparent disguise of being a child and reveal herself as man's basic enemy, the eternal female. Now the mating dance begins. And some poor male is going to end up trampled to a pulp. And please, none of you Pollyannas out there can convince me differently. I happen to know her mother. Oh, well, step into my world.
John, Lydia wants you to see her new dress. It's very sexy.
And welcome to it.
It's my first mini skirt. I'm freezing.
Doesn't she look pretty?
I'm afraid so.
I'm going to Melanie Sue Doggett's birthday party, and her dress is shorter than mine.
Well, my felicitations to the aging Melanie Sue. On the back of my hand to a permissive society.
Lydia is waiting for her escort.
Escort?
Elbert Reynolds.
Do you mean to tell me that a boy has asked you to this party?
Of course. Why should you sound so surprised?
Because it's so seldom that I'm proved right. I may have to write a novel about my own daughter turned on at 10. Why did he ask you?
I really don't know.
He asked her because Lydia is becoming a very attractive girl.
In this day of supersonic jets and translunar orbital injection, no one is named Elbert.
Except Elbert. He's the smartest boy in our whole class.
Well, if he's so smart, how come he let them talk him into being a boy?
I'll answer it. It's probably for me.
Oh, from now on. What do you suppose he sees in her?
John.
Well, I mean, I like her, but then I've had a chance to get used to her. I don't suppose he'll be as thrilled as I am by the fact that she can shove her own worm on her fishhook.
You'll find, my dear husband, that your daughter's choice of bait will improve with the years.
Can we take this dress back?
What's the matter, Lydia?
I'm not going to the party.
Not going? Why not?
Well, I think parties are silly and a waste of time, and I've got a lot of homework to do, and... Well, that was Elbert, and he says he can't take me.
Why not?
He didn't say.
It's no big deal. You can go without a boy. You always have before.
I'd rather die.
You think we better hide the sleeping pills?
Oh, John, it's not very amusing. Did you see her face? Poor thing. It's only Monday and her heart's broken.
What's Monday got to do with it?
Never mind.
Well, Ellen, I'm just as concerned as you are about Lydia, but, well, let's face it, the boys are not exactly going to be breaking the front door down just...
Oh, maybe Elbert's changed his mind.
You are clutching at straws.
Hello.
Hi, I'm here to pick up Lydia.
You see? I'll go tell Lydia you're here. Just make yourself comfortable.
Well, won't you step inside? Well, that's candy, all right. Help yourself. Good, sit down. I'm wondering what made you change your mind, Elbert?
I'm not Elbert.
You're not? Well, who are you?
I'm Leonard Otterquist.
I thought that Elbert Reynolds asked Lydia to walk to the party with him.
He did, but I told him he couldn't.
Why did you do that?
'Cause I want to take her.
You mean that there are two of you, two boys, competing for my daughter?
Not anymore.
Well, I hope you won't think this is an odd question from her father, but what exactly about Lydia do you find so fascinating?
I don't know, but Elbert ain't gonna get her.
Ain't?
Nope, he ain't.
Well, if this isn't too painful for you, could you tell me what mark you got in English this term?
I got me an A+. My father's in the used car business.
I don't get the connection.
My teacher got behind on her payments. Hi, Lyd.
What are you doing here, Leonard?
Leonard?
This is Leonard Otterquist, destined to be class valedictorian, the way car prices are going.
Come on, shake a leg. We're gonna be late.
I was supposed to go with Elbert.
He ain't coming for you.
No?
Nope, he ain't.
How do you know?
Well, I ran into Elbert, and I kind of talked him into letting me bring you.
You mean Elbert just let you talk him into it?
Yeah, he didn't argue at all after I knocked him down.
Knocked him down.
Oh, Leonard, did you really?
Bam, bam.
Oh, how horrible.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Come on, we're gonna be late for the party. Will you open the door for me?
What's the matter? You break your arm?
You're terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Horrible. Your daughter has just proved that she's all woman. That, by his sensitive air and the gleam in his one eye that can still gleam, is obviously Elbert.
Yes, I guess it is.
Like millions of females before her, your daughter is paying tribute to brute strength, while true love pines away unappreciated.
I wouldn't worry about Lydia. Many women have been known to prefer the vanquished over the victor.
Sheer rot. You can't give me one concrete example.
Maybe I could. Maybe I could.
I hate women because when they're in trouble, they give you an answer that sounds like it makes sense. Well, they're not going to win this battle. Lydia may deserve ending up with Leonard, but I deserve a better fate. Let me take your hat, Mr. Williams.
I don't get it.
You will when you've met a few more Lydias.
I think she's beautiful. Even when she's wearing her braces.
Well, you must have an iron fetish.
But I've decided to forget her and be nice to Melanie Sue Doggett.
Why, if you like Lydia?
Leonard Otterquist never hits anybody for liking Melanie Sue Doggett.
Are you going to let a bully like Leonard Otterquist frighten you away from your true love?
You bet your sweet life. Leonard cracks walnuts with his teeth.
You're not a walnut.
He cracks peanuts, too.
You have the invisible weapon, though.
What's that?
Right. You've got right on your side. And right makes might.
Does it crack walnuts?
It cracks anything. Especially stupidity, brutality, and pomposity. Well, here. Let me show you. Did I ever tell you the story? Well, I guess I must have been just about your age. About when my great-grandfather used to visit me.
I don't think so. I just met you.
Well, in that case, I'll start right at the beginning. Now, my great-grandfather did not accept the automobile any more than he accepted the end of the Civil War. So, when he would invite me to go fishing... Just a minute here, hang on. When he invited me to go fishing, we would take his horse and buggy way out into the country near Columbus, Ohio, where he had his favorite fishing hole. Only trouble was, we had to cross a brand new toll bridge.
It'll be 20 cents.
I don't pay.
Everybody pays.
Friend, do you know who used to own the land both ends of this bridge?
No, I'm dying to find out.
I did. And when I sold it to your company to put up this doggone bridge, they agreed that as long as I live, I never have to pay toll.
I don't know nothing about no agreements.
They gave me their pledged word.
And you gotta give me 20 cents, okay?
We gonna stand for this?
Oh, let's argue about it after we go fishing.
No, sir.
Just pay him the 20 cents.
We got right on our side.
But he's big, Grandpa.
Is he bigger than the truth?
No. But he looks a lot uglier.
Yeah. You hanker to go fishing?
Sure.
That does it.
20 cents, you stubborn old coot.
I guess you didn't understand me.
Wait a minute. You either pay up or get off.
You wouldn't hit a feeble old man,
You're gonna
would you?
get off or I'm gonna throw you off.
Ah, you keep your hands off of
Come
me.
on. Whoa! So you're not getting away with this?
You big, mean bully. Get here.
And that's how I learned to stick up for my rights. Just as you must learn how to stick up for your right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of Lydia.
I don't know.
Leonard Otterquist is nothing but a big bag of wind. All you have to do is stand up to him.
When I do, he's a head taller than I am.
Oh, you feel that size is that important, huh?
Well, your grandpa was fighting a guy his own size. Leonard's twice as big as I am.
Well, since you bring the subject up, that same thought occurred to the owners of the bridge. So they rushed in a replacement, twice the size of the first man.
You're not just making this up.
Nothing I could make up about Grandpa would be half as far-fetched as Grandpa himself. Anyway, it wasn't Grandpa they were worried about. If he got away with it, others would try the same thing. So they went out and they located the biggest, toughest, most Leonard Otterquist-like bruiser in the entire country. A man who had once gone 2 rounds with John L. Sullivan. One of them inside the ring.
Wow! What did Grandpa do?
Right is right. This here was a gentleman's agreement.
You pay up or I'll throw you and your horse in the river.
Seems like we're up again the same dilemma.
Only this one's a lot bigger.
Are you suggesting I surrender my honest rights to cross this bridge free, gratis, and for nothing?
Oh, no, Grandpa. I'm suggesting I pay the 20 cents.
Oh, ye of little faith, stand back and watch right make might.
Be careful, Grandpa. He could kill you.
That's what they told David before he whomped Goliath. And my horse.
Now look, old-timer, I don't want to hurt you,
That's nice of you.
but I got my orders. And if you don't pay up, I'm going to throw you off in this bridge.
That's the way, Grandpa.
When it comes to standing up for your rights, John, just keep in mind, the other fella isn't as big as he thinks he is. He's only as big as you think he is. Get up!
Just remember Grandpa's advice. Prove you're a man, and you'll have Lydia begging you for forgiveness.
Well, there's just one more thing.
I thought there might be.
Well, maybe Grandpa always won because they were afraid to hit an old man.
You are planning to go into the law, aren't you? Well, it's a strange coincidence, but the owners of that bridge had exactly that same idea. So, what they did was to hire a tough old geezer, exactly the same age as Grandpa, but twice as ornery.
20 cents for today, 40 cents for the 2 times you outfoxed my sons and slipped across without paying. Pay it up, or I'll turn it over to my collection agency.
Well, John,
He's got a pretty big stick.
we got right on our side, didn't we?
That doesn't make the stick any smaller.
We'll see. I hate to hit an old fella like that. But we gotta protect our lawful interest. Besides, the fish are biting today.
60 cents, old-timer, or I'll pick you up by your heels and shake it out of your pockets.
Let go of that bridle, you mangy, moth-eating old skunk. That horse has a sore mouth.
One step closer and you'll have a lot in common.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's the way.
Go, Grandpa! Come on, Grandpa! Another one!
Remember, son, what the good book says. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit.
Yes, sir. And it helps to have a muscle.
Get up, Billy.
Did your grandpa really...
What difference does it make?
I bet you made it all up.
No. I didn't invent Grandpa, or honor, or right, or the fact that you have to live with yourself. Unless you can face up to the Leonards of this world, you're going to have a pretty miserable time in life.
But I'll have on my teeth.
You won't have Lydia.
I guess you're right. I don't expect I'll ever have a girlfriend. My children will just have to grow up without a mother.
Now look. Just the fact that you stand up to Leonard will give you that element of surprise that was Grandpa's secret. He'll never expect you to strike the first blow. He'll go down like the log he is, and that will bring Lydia to your side with tears of gratitude in her eyes.
It will?
Well, you'll be her knight in shining armor, her Lancelot du Lac, her King Arthur. Come on, what do you say?
Okay, Mr. Monroe. I'll try.
Once upon a time, there was a fleeting glimpse of glory called Camelot.
What is Elbert Reynolds doing waiting in front of our house?
Sir Leonard the illiterate is about to walk the Lady Lydia home from the cinema in a few moments. The trumpets are sounding, ta-da, ta-da. The joust is about to begin.
John, are you all right?
I'm just as sane and level-headed as the day I decided to marry you.
That's a terrible thing to say.
You, like your daughter, as I remember, have a tendency to be dazzled by noisy, uncouth, ungrammatical pseudo-athletes.
If you mean Rick Feldspar.
Opened your eyes, didn't I, huh? Well, today, on our front lawn, history is about to repeat itself.
Go ahead, knock it off.
You leave him alone, you big bully. I won't ever see you in my life again. It hurt you a lot, Leonard.
No. Sir Lancelot. She's running to the wrong knight.
Come on inside. My mother baked a chocolate cake. God, you shouldn't be allowed to go, Horace.
What on earth is she doing?
Being a woman.
What did I do wrong, Mr. Monroe?
Nothing. You were superb, Elbert. Grandpa would have been proud. It was my fault. I forgot to allow for the X factor.
What's that?
The maddening, illogical, totally unpredictable feminine mind. It's one of life's great mysteries. Men try to learn to live with it. Some of us never do. Oh. Would you like to have this for a souvenir?
That's a pretty good idea.
Well, I certainly hope you're proud of your daughter.
As you wisely predicted, dear, this afternoon history repeated itself.
Hmm?
It reminded me of the senior prom all those years ago, when Rick Feldspar wouldn't let you cut in.
Rick Feldspar. That was the year he made All-American Orangutan, wasn't it? As I remember, the orchestra was playing Stardust, or something sickeningly similar. And Rick had chug-a-lugged 6 whiskey sours washed down with a Boilermaker. He was a little bit annoyed. But since I had brought you to the dance, I knew I had right on my side, and that was all I needed. That was the night you proposed to me.
Oh, it didn't happen that way at all, dear. You have it all backwards. That's when I decided you needed me. Somebody had to take care of you.
Funny, I don't remember it that way at all. Matter of fact, I don't remember much of anything after I tapped Feldspar on the shoulder.
Rest easy about Lydia's values, dear. She's her mother's daughter. And look what I ended up with.
I wonder how she meant that.